day. We've just arrived. Port Moresby, and Keith and Hugh and this man Alex, our guide, he's walked the trail, he claims, approximately 200 times. In memory of the officers, NCOs and men of the Australian Military Forces who gave their lives on the Kokoda Track, July, November 1942, to strive to seek, to find and not to yield.
Know how hard it was going to be, Alan. You just wanted me to do it. Ada mana not dia kare? Ha? What is that? You managed to move from this far. Okay, hold on. It was just the bus ride.
Yeah, a little bit of mud.
He's broken out in big sores on his face.
A little bit of mud from pushing the vehicle. Everyone's in good spirits, but we're out of the bog now. Yeah.
You pack up over the back, do you?
Yeah. I'll just see how high it is on here. I don't know if I have to take the pack off. Might just hoist mine up, I think. Okay. Very deep little river crossing here at the Goldie River. He's in. Oh, submersion. My God. Well done, Hugh. Congratulations. A fine effort. Here's your Herald Swimming Certificate. Good morning, Keith.
Going.
Good. He's emerging.
Emerging from the cocoon. So I haven't got any inflatable dolls. I know nothing about them. I don't know anybody who's got one.
John, this is a fairly light bit of bush here. Nice easy going so you can get the camera out. somewhat more difficult in other spots, so I just endeavour to get the camera out as often as I can on the easy bits. See if I can find Keith. Here he comes, the weary wanderer. Okay. G'day Willie.
Morning.
It's difficult to try and keep the camera still, but we'll do our best. We'll watch her putting her feet. Over another creek we go. We'll drop this camera. I'll be very unhappy. I'm not sure of the name of it, but there's plenty of them, and here comes Keith and Hugh going up the other side. It's quite steep. Interesting. Yet another creek crossing. Keep cutting, Willie, we won't get through there yet. Little steep section here, boys are coming up. Pretty muddy underfoot too.
You put your chains on for that section, Keith. You brought me bloody trout rod, I'll tell you that. Absolutely beautiful. Here's Hugh not wearing his bee shirt, his beekeeper shirt. Right.
We've got some Panadine Fort.
This is before I have the heart attack, right?
Going down through the kunai grass. Cut your fingers down to the bone if you've got a handful of it. Early morning and day 3 in Nauru village. Swamp and Skillful manoeuvre there by Heggie.
Made it.
You alright, Keith? Hey, I'll give you a
Don't worry
hand.
about the bloody footy, just grab me stick with it.
Hold on, I'll give you a hand. Give us a stick. Up here, hand. I'll put. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit, I do. You're right. Oh. Overlooking Minari village and mountains in the background. That hut is where we're going to stay tonight. Very, very, very inviting. Very comfortable. I'm in a little bit of strife with Keith and Hugh at the moment because I've given all the native children clickers and whistles and we're surrounded by them. And probably won't get any sleep tonight. What name belong you? Miss. I'll show that.
Oh, you've stopped? Okay.
I'm treating here with my double jointed axe.
Oh, look at that. Where did they come from? Where did the fingers come from? One each side. Right, thank you so much. To my fans at home, I wish you well. Nice cookie.
Ah, beautiful.
I believe the mother.
Lick, pickaninny.
Honest.
Now this is after a morning of having the mosquitoes eat your eyes all night, and they're all very nicely swollen. fairly quiet in the jungle today, not a lot of action. And, what's that? Oh, the Tarzan! Jungle Alan!
Sheer drop on the left.
A couple of mountain goats down there. Quite incredible, the colour up here, just beautiful. The red leaves. We're on Brigade Hill, one of the very high points on the trail. There's Hugh coming up now. I'm standing on top and Keith's already up here. I just show off. Very small but quite easy, steep track, very narrow, winding down right out of the jungle now. And this leads into the village of Ifogi. We're about half an hour away. Yeah, just a little further on the same track, and pan around there and we should, there we are, we can pick up the village. Still said possibly half an hour away. Pretty modern village, this one. The wild banana and plenty of water coming down the creek. Well, here we are, finally arrived. Ifogi. Made ourselves at home in a thatched hut. Fire going inside. There's the smoke just goes up into the roof and sort of out. There's a hole up there somewhere. And here comes our chef. Who can see themselves?
Leaving Ifogi, having a fantastic time. 5 minutes into the trip, bit of adventure, slippery in the morning, balancing well. Come on Keith, no early morning showers. Love those slippery logs.
Ifogi. It's our 5th day. Just done a bit of a hill climb up to heading up to Ifogi 2. Beautiful areas, pandanus, big tree ferns, very steep, very slippery, and just small creeks everywhere, just running down the sides of the hills. Very, very picturesque and rather treacherous. Got a beautiful little waterfall there. Just a magic place. So Keith's getting ready to have a shower over there. I don't think I'll endeavour to cross this bridge with the camera, but I might pass it over to Hugh. He's coming back now and get a bit of a shot. After a very short walk today, we've now arrived at Naduli village, which is Alex's home village. What are you scoffing now, Higgy?
Passion fruit.
Oh, I saw the vine over there. Just get it closer.
Different colour. Tastes the same.
We got one hour
Growing wild.
wild, yeah.
Okay.
We have purple ones at home. Purple one and
Bren gun barrel was found locally. Just trying to get it unblocked so you can hunt a few pigs.
Pig hunting tomorrow.
And,
Already he is one of those curious through the World War II, 1942, when Japanese and Australians had the battle through this Kokoda Trail, and he was one of the carriers among the Papua New Guinea.
Ale woko bagata, kari, naduli, odinumu, kebe bagata logene ti ko ono kemo. Ni mayola na batu kemo kambwari tu hae ba lobo ko wati li kwa gani ba kwe na bawani na batu eti.
na bawani tito, na bawani.
Na bawani kemo na kambwari.
Today na kiyo na bawani.
Dedewa.
Whole villages, they have to come together and go to Mayola number 1 and camp there. So they have to stay.
throughout the latter part of the afternoon, Awaro Idiki proceeded to present us with his recollections of the war, and it made extremely interesting listening, and
They inform everybody.
probably spoke for something in the order of 20 minutes to half an hour with his son Andy acting as the interpreter.
Harai loalo ke game yola kiliki. Yera
The main trekking was there, but they followed up the trekking site. And then as soon as they came up, they moved in.
korea. Komo laina ke ko kari kemo tadeke laina ke kola da.
Japanese war planes, when they come, they were all in lines. 1,
Yes.
2, 3, 4, 5. All in lines. And he tremendous noise.
El kebe bo mo dai lo ale kebe bo mo dai lo ale komo bagata ko bo mo ele.
And the area here was all bombed.
Yes.
All houses, gardens, pigs, whatever left behind was all bombed, and everybody were fading to pieces.
And lots of nationals killed.
And a lot of people were killed.
Ini sebo umakabunelas, tolas.
This says presented to Avuru Idiki and his people of Naduli village as a token of thanks for the hospitality shown to us and his work as a carrier in World War II. From all of us to you. All right.
Okay, sun's about to go down behind the clouds there, and all the low clouds moving up the valley. See it, it's just amazing.
So you must press left and press the
Very good.
I'm too young to march in the Euphrates, ride on the cavalry, shoot in the Euphrates. I may never fly over enemy, but I'm in the Lost Army. Yes, say. I'm in the Lost Army. Yes, say. I'm in the Lost Army. Yes, say. I may never march in the Euphrates, ride on the cavalry, shoot in the Euphrates. I may never fly over enemy, but I'm in the Lost Army. Yes, sir.
Day 7. We've on our way to Myola. Very interesting little track. It's plenty of roots on the ground to get a foothold and a lot of epiphytes on the trees, and truly a beautiful spot.
Could be a Fogey 2 and Fogey 1, perhaps where...
Here we are up above Naduli, and magnificent vista out over the mountains down towards, we'll see all the way to Port Moresby. New Guinea impatiens growing all over the track, nice variegated leaf. I'll try and zoom in on that. The stilted roots on the big pandanus. They just go up and up and up and up and up forever. This fairly ordinary looking leaf with a bit of a serrated edge and a fairly well embossed pattern is the nasty little stinging one that lines the side of the track, and I copped that on the first sort of day out.
And we're still walking.
Out of the jungle, and there in the distance is Myola over the huge expanse of what we would probably call alpine meadow, but basically just some sort of grass. I'll see if I can zoom in on Myola. Barely make it out there, it's a long way away, probably 3/4 to an hour's walk.
The hills are alive.
Sorry about the bumpy filming. Progressing down the track toward Myola. Small stream just flowing out of nowhere. We're only, I guess, just a few minutes out of Myola now, and it's a little bit of a bumpy camera ride, I'm afraid, because of the nature of the track. Very pretty though. Epiphytes, big pandanus, creepers.
There's it going, fellas.
Oh, it's cooler up here after that coming across that big plain.
Yeah. Really?
We've reached Myola. It's an interesting sort of a place, full of many huts, all of which are deserted and mostly dilapidated, with the exception of this big one which we're sleeping in, known as the Myola Guest House. Looking out over acres and acres of grassy swampland, and of course it's raining. It's no surprise in New Guinea. Some of the things that have been found on the trail around Myola is two Australian Army issue what would have been full wood 303s. There's one over there where there's still got a little bit of wood on it, and the magazine still in that one, and Lee Enfield action all seized up. And of course they've been lying around for, well, what, 60 years, 58 years.
This one's still got the shell inside the breech.
And this little number, I think that's a, we think it's what the Japanese called it, or what we call the juki, the Japanese heavy machine gun that was usually set up on a tripod, going with a large stand, but I think that's a juki, going by the descriptions I've heard. And
what's left of an Australian helmet.
Aussie tin hat.
Been here a few years. There's a Japanese one over there also. Some other shells and
very interesting collection of stuff. Quite cool up here at Myola. The cloud comes in very low in the afternoons, and that's exactly what's happened here. Many of these monstrous pandanus palms. Of course, they use the foliage to do all their weaving and thatching. Now, this little creek here is where Mr. Allen is going to show us how to catch trout. Mr. Allen, have you got a strategy here today for the trout?
Well, we're just going to flick a bit of bait around.
Yep.
And see what happens.
Okay, for the first quarter, you're kicking with the wind or against? Lucky there's no wildlife inspectors up here. Rather nice looking whippy little trout rod you got there too.
Snub nose on them.
Oh yeah. What a monster.
A monster, isn't it?
I'm not exactly sure what sort of berries these are. They taste a bit like a raspberry.
Yeah, I had one and I'm alright.
The stem,
like a rose bush.
is like a rose bush. It's just bloody lethal. Start of another day at Myola, feeling bright and fresh. Comes Keith emerging from his
Morning all.
emerging from the bedroom.
A little bit of indulgence. Look, you know, we were told we didn't have to get up early this morning. I didn't have to get up in the dark. I'll just stay in.
Very pretty little piece of moss grove heading up to a waterfall up above Myola. All we got to do is get to it. Get a nice little... It's so picturesque, it's hard to describe how pretty it is. Water coming from all directions. I don't know if this will come across too well, but we're thick cloud up there just lifting up off the waterfall. Water's dropping down behind that tree. Rock down here. Wild place. Very steep. Just the remnants of a US Air Force Kitty Hawk that came down here, and not a lot left unfortunately. Big V12 engine out of it. I suppose it's a Rolls Royce, and wing sections. So tip of the propeller visible there. Sorts of things. What'd you say? You found the black box? Not much left of her, Keith.
Would have come down with a bit of a thud, I'd say. There's been a fire because it's all molten metal back there.
Well, after returning to Naduli from Myola, we slept the night. They fed us up well, and this is our final hill for the trip. It's a little track that winds up to Kagi, And Cargie is reputed to have the world's steepest airstrip, and we're about to find out because we're going to fly out of here down to Port Moresby in a few moments.
Len Park Stadium. Len Park Stadium.
We saw this man standing at the airport with what we thought was a bunch of flowers, but in fact it turns out at closer observation to be a dozen dried parrots on sticks for sale. Very, very nice. Here we are standing at the top of the runway, and the bottom of it is way down there, very, very much below us. Keith's sitting there in the departure lounge. Here he comes.
On the wrong side.
On the wrong side of the road.
I think you are right.